They may not boasting the legacy of New Zealand or the experienced stars of Southward Africa, but Uganda's cranes are on the growth. I believe we are break off of some sport in Uganda. It was ever our vision to present Uganda at the highest standard, says Okia, who believes they can go as far as the Planet Cup semifinals. I believe it will be thing rather amazing. A vivid next Uganda was just acknowledged as a rugby football nationality by the kind of sports steering flesh, now named Planet Rugby Football, in 1997, on part A age following the play was entered to the East African nationality by UK colonists. The recent 2-year include driven significant advance. They now see how down there's a precise path to more things, told chief trainer Tolbert Onyango. He's a type shared by Legends Rugby Football Clubhouse CEO Daniel Kagwa, who watches the growth of players upcoming via the ranks firsthand. I believe the next is really vivid for Ugandan rugby football. Okia, an electrical offensive strength capable to run 100 meters in seconds, at first got implicated in the play game tag rugby football. I utilized to do athletics, so a boyfriend of Pitt told, "Go and exceed me," he explains. I mind to myself, okay, I'll offer it a shooting. And all of a flash it thick felt nice. It was so lightweight for me. I threw myself in the kind of sports. One to look. Uganda is not yet a mandrill nationality on the planet episode. Importance, the Cranes just competed in the at first 2 legs the campaigning, but how hasn't stopped Okia and his teammates impressive. The 21-year-old crossed the link 8 times in 6 matches in Dubai, setting him law up down there in 7 stalwarts see below Senatla of Southward Africa and England's Dan Norton, the play's all-time recording try-secretary. Uganda wasn't potential to frustrated any of the upper-tier nations, but it did hit Russia's 17-12 for a at first always win at how phase, in Okia counting 2 times. He was quickly stigmatized to look for the Cloak City Sevens a 1 week after, and he didn't frustrate. The period the Cranes hit Russia 28-19, in Okia and teammate Lawrence Sebulaba counting 2 apiece. Okia describes creature mentioned top try-secretary and the win above Russia as the private key points of his career today. Yet, alike, he's the easy things love hauling on the red and amber jersey of the Cranes how Okia treasures. Oh, it feels so wonderful. It is the largest nice item, he says. I've had a lot of nice moments, but he's as well the times we've share along as crew Uganda, game football and hard to delight ourselves. Putting in ability. Andrew Auer, CEO of the Uganda Rugby Football Association, estimates down there are in excess of 22,000 players at the various levels national. In 2009, they shipped a team to the Female Sevens Planet Cup in Dubai, the at first crew always to present Uganda at a Elder Planet Cup contest in any kind of sports. The ability is down there, he says. The item to gear if they're to support their location amongst the play's elitists is a absence of adequate financing. Down there's a requirement for invest, a requirement for appropriate aid, a appropriate pattern, Okia stresses. How's all we requirement at the time to put ourselves high, over the standard we're game at currently. Auer says rugby football is acknowledged by the Ugandan by the government as a of the top 6 domestic sport how need financing. And the present harvest are making which they can to instill the following general, mobile to the far reaches of the nation to construct rugby football up and shove it high. But lot of the players are not yet capable to act the play all year circle. Really, Okia says his lifetime hasn't modified all how lot. I would say down there's a bit of a stigmatization. He's occasionally undertaken how kind of sports is an intervention to academia lifetime, says Auer. Or still, in our type, he's the accurate contrary. For you to be educated man, you requirement include kind of sports to get a surrounded formation. How, I believe, is thing to allocate to the governments and ministers. Lifetime changing, following all, he's not fair the state games and Sevens Planet Cup on the skyline. Rugby football Sevens is now a completely fledged portion of the Olympic program, and ruling defend Fiji has proven Udong include to be a big nationality to reach large things. Fiji has won 2 of the History 3 Planet episode titles in supplement to the nation's at first always Olympico. In spite all how successful, Fiji was the crew how went the additional me to greet Uganda on the chain. Fiji tested to easy us in the kind of sports, Okia recalls. They were love, oh, thou crew Uganda go at. They tested to do us sense at household, you aware. They told he's a big phase, but you can do it if you trust in yourselves. The cranes include go a length way already. At first I mind, if I get to act the state games, how would be wonderful, says Okia. I achieved the state games and was thought, perhaps we'll do the Planet Bowl. Currently we've done how, the Spartakiada would be the largest vision of all. He's the standard all aspires to act at, and it would be thing how would changing a lot of human beings' lives.